Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Stacy Hansen.
And I'm Justin Riley, and we are here again at Wisconsin Granite in McFarland, and we are excited to be here.
Yeah, it's so great to be here. It's always so much fun to go back into their warehouse area, and you can literally see these huge slabs of stone. They've got marble, granite, soapstone, which I just saw for the first time.
We saw soapstone for the first time. I think that's really what's really cool. What sets this place apart is that you actually get to walk back to their warehouse, which is attached right to their showroom. So what better options for getting granite countertop? So
Right.
we're going to talk with Jenny later on in the show, and she's going to talk to us about how to get that process started.
And we also have Trinity Financial Planning on the show today, talking about how you need to be thinking about your finances after the election results and how that could maybe impact your finances.
Yeah, there's some kind of commonly held beliefs that John is going to debunk for us a little bit. So I'm kind of excited to hear a little bit about that.
I think we might all feel a little bit better after.
I think so too.
Seeing him.
And Dog Days Grooming and Care, our good friend Emily Rosika is going to join us and talk to us a little bit about. She's actually going to quiz us. Are you nervous?
Oh, that'll be fun. I'm confident.
Well, I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I don't do well under pressure. But she's going to quiz us about some things, some considerations for your pet as we head into the cold winter months and even into the holiday season. So that is coming up right here after the break here on Wisconsin Family. So stick with us.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're shooting on location today at Wisconsin Granite in their beautiful showroom.
Gorgeous showroom. We're excited to talk with Jenny, I think, later on in the program is who we're talking with. So.
Great, so I'm looking forward to that. But with us now is Emily Rosika from Dog Days Grooming. Thanks for coming today.
Thanks for
Good to
having
see
me,
you
always.
again.
Good to see you, Stacey.
So I understand you've got a little bit of a quiz for us today.
I do. I decided to flip the script here and ask you all some questions and see what your knowledge is about some things dog related.
So it's a pop
you
quiz.
ready?
Is this
Pop quiz.
is this a competition? Like, do
It
we
might
get
be.
points?
It
And
might-
Do
winners and
we need
losers?
buzzers or something?
Oh, that would have been fun. Next time I'll bring buzzers.
We'll just hit the table.
It might be a competition. Well, you know what? It's about bragging rights. So who gets the question? The answer's right.
Okay.
Between the two of you. So
Okay.
it'll just signify who knows what.
All right.
So bragging rights. Yep. Okay. So Justin, give me 3 breeds of dogs that you think require grooming. Go.
On the spot. Collie, German Shepherd.
What about the breed of dog you own?
I own a Bichon. I guess they would need grooming.
There you go.
There you
They
go.
would need grooming.
So that's what,
Very
3?
good.
That's
That's
3.
3. Do you have 3 other ones? So you got the second bid here. So you get yours is harder.
Poodle?
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and say a blanket statement. All dogs need grooming.
You win. You win.
It was a trick
How many times
question.
have we talked about this? It's not just dogs that need haircuts. All dogs need maintenance grooming. So all dogs need brush up.
When you're saying, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you.
Just kidding. Go ahead.
When you said need grooming, for some reason I equated that with like dogs that shed.
Exactly.
And
See?
Bichon typically doesn't shed, so I'm thinking, oh well, but they do. I mean, their hair grows, so they. Yeah.
And people also equate that with dogs who need haircuts, which
Right.
again, this is what I'm using this for as a platform to say again, remind people that even this time of year, even dogs with short hair, etc., they all need brushes, they all brush outs, they all need baths, nail trimming, shampooing, conditioning for skin. Even very short hair dogs,
Right.
they still need that maintenance because really it is. I mean, everybody needs baths.
Right.
Sometimes so do
Yeah.
dogs. They get dirty. So good job and nice job because you did that with the second answer, the all dogs thing. So that was the answer I was looking for.
All
that's
dogs
what I
go to
wanna
heaven,
leave
and
you.
all dogs need grooming.
That's right.
Yeah, so.
That's right. That's right. Maybe in doggy heaven they don't need grooming anymore because it's perfect there. Okay, next one. This is not as fun of a topic, but it's something to talk about. True or false? Fleas and ticks are summer pests. Stacey, go.
I want to say true, but I feel like it's a trick question, so I'm going to say false.
What do you think is a trick question? Oh my God, Justin.
I'm going to say false.
Okay, you're right. False, they're not winter pests as once in this lovely northern climate we live in, once there's a deep freeze, that kind of stuff is off the issues board as far as dogs and cats and other animals, but it is a fall issue. So actually October, November, especially with this warm weather, it's like a last hurrah for those kind of pests. They have their last, hatching or whatever, and they will be extra pests because they're trying to survive, in the last moments before they get frozen out.
Yeah.
So just keep the front line on your dogs. Do the last, preventative bath, flea and tick bath, whatever. We can do that for you at Dog Days. So just know that is an issue, and I've been hearing through the grapevine that every fall it is. So just keep that in mind.
Well, that's surprising.
Yeah, it stinks, but it's just reality.
Yeah.
So, true or false? Dog daycare and park trips are included in Dog Days boarding visits. Justin, go.
True.
Stacey, go.
True.
True, yes. I don't know that any other place offers dog park trips and full socialization daycare with the boarding. It's included in everything. So just they get thrown
That's
into the
nice.
mix and they get to play and have a good time. There's not a separate space that like, oh, you're a boarder, you have to go over there at all. It's everybody parties. Answer to that question, everybody parties.
The humans party, the
I was
dogs
saying,
party.
come on,
everybody
humans,
parties.
dogs,
Yeah,
everybody.
we try to have a good
Everybody's
time.
having a good time.
True or false? Dog Days is closed over the holidays. Justin, go.
True.
False.
False. No, not at all. Dog Days is open. There's like a few slots left for boarding. I know people like to travel on the holidays. So please, 850-4911, if you have traveling trips or guests coming in which maybe dog would have more fun elsewhere, please give us a call. There's a few slots left for over Christmas and New Year boarding. So please don't put it to the last minute because we want to make sure that we take
Right.
care of our dogs, put them in the front of our minds.
You're welcome. I gave you that one, Stacey.
I still
Okay,
think
so
I
that's
won.
a good on the test. Yay. Okay, so now there's some questions.
So volunteer opportunities at Dog Days.
Yeah, so I just wanted to mention quickly, I've had people over the years call me and ask if they could volunteer. We are always open to volunteer. Come in, play with pets, play with dogs, accompany us to the dog park if it's something you like. Virtually you can bring your pet with you and enjoy the daycare and see how they meet everybody and socialize. So just give the shop a call, 850-4911, and you can figure out a schedule if it's a one-time thing or a permanent afternoon visits once a week for retired people or people that are in college studying animal behavior, things like that. It's a great time to get that field work in. So yep, definitely
Anybody who wants
opportunities.
some time with some dogs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you're gonna come in and be with dogs and know that you'll leave probably with dog hair on your pants. So besides
Find
that,
a
it's
good
a lot of
time,
fun.
right?
Exactly.
Besides that, maybe you want that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna test it out.
We just have a few seconds left, but is there anything, as we head into the holidays, is there any message that you want to give to our viewers as we head out?
Couple things. Be aware of all the extra holiday treats that are around during when company's over. Your dogs will get into this stuff and it will not treat them well, and you will end up having to deal with extra work in your home because of it. So just be careful with the cookies and the sweets. Dogs love it, but it's not good for them. And just changes are abound at Dog Days, so keep your eyes open. That's all I got.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Emily Ruzicka from Dog Days Grooming and Care, always a pleasure to have you. Don't go away. There's more Wisconsin Family coming up after the break.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're here at Wisconsin Granite in McFarland in their showroom, and what a lovely showroom it is.
It really is. Really looking forward to seeing what they have to offer this time. Seems like every time we come in, they've got some new stuff. So
Absolutely.
Looking
But
forward
first,
to that.
here's somebody that we haven't seen in a while, John Cheer from Trinity Financial Planning. John, so good to
Thanks
have
for
you back.
coming.
Good, nice to see you guys again.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So let's hop right into the most controversial thing we can talk about, the election. We've been hearing a lot about the election lately. A lot of people I talk to are nervous about what the election results might mean for their money. Can you talk to us a little bit about what advice do you have for folks?
Well, first of all, fear is not a strategy, and really neither is hope. You want to operate on a plan that's well thought out to take you through the good times and the bad
Right.
times. And so the most important thing about your money and having a plan is sticking to that plan.
Sure. So not saying, oh, well, this doesn't seem to be working, I better back out.
Well, and taking a look at these external factors, the presidential election, what interest rates are going to do, that stuff should be planned for. And then as long as your situation hasn't changed and you control the things that you can control,
Right.
not reacting to outside forces is really what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So we've had close elections before. We've even had elections where the popular vote outweighed the Electoral College. Doesn't it seem like, though, some of these radical changes in foreign policy, immigration, could have some kind of ripple effect on the markets?
I think that's what people are afraid of. and because it feels different, right? But the reality is that it's, if you look historically, it's never different. John Templeton's a famous investor, and one of his quotes is that the most expensive 4 words in investing are "this time it's different." And when you take a look back, it certainly feels different these days with what's going on. But
Right.
go back to 2008 when the oldest bank in America went out of business that had been through the Civil War and all those things.
Wow.
That felt different. When we had the terrorist attacks on 9/11, that was certainly different.
Right.
Back when the technology in the 90s and everything was going, it was the new economy, that felt different. And you
Right.
go back to the 70s with the OPEC oil. I mean, it always feels different at the
Right.
time when we're in it. And then looking back, you go, oh yeah, it wasn't so different. And so that perspective is really important to keep in mind as we go through whatever's going to happen over the next 4 years.
So it sounds like you're saying that you expect a Trump presidency to bring good things to the economy and to markets.
Actually, not at all in that, and
Okay.
probably the opposite direction. It's just that those external factors, like whoever's president, doesn't make that big of an impact.
Right.
I've got a handout that talks about some historical stock market returns going back to the Great Depression, and if you take a look at it, that when a Republican has been in office, the average return's been about 2%, and when a Democrat's been in office, the average return has been about 11%.
Wow.
And not typically what you think of when you hear of Democrats. The perception is anti-business sort of a thing,
Right.
and Republicans pro-business. When we look
Right.
at the numbers, and that includes the Great Depression. So if you take out some real outliers right before and right after the Great Depression, it's still an advantage to the Democrats by like 8% to 5%,
Right.
sort of a thing. And the point is not that Democrats are good for the economy and
Right.
Republicans are bad, but it's that it's really sort of a randomness, right? It doesn't make that much difference, and it goes
Right.
back to controlling the controllables, as we call it. What can you control?
Right.
How much you save, how much you pay in taxes, those sorts of things.
So it
Right.
sounds like the actions that people can take are really the things that have always made good financial sense to begin with.
That's exactly right. It's taking care of the things, that goes back to that first thing, having a plan and sticking to it, and not worrying so much about the external things, controlling the internal things. Because the reality is we can't control what happens. Whatever
Right.
happens is going to happen,
Right.
and trying to guess and get in front of what it's going to be, unlike most people in the financial world where they say, here's what's going to happen, I know that I can't predict the future, but we
Right.
don't have to if we control those other things.
Yeah. As you've said before, we know for sure that over time the stock market is either going to go up or down.
That's absolutely right. That's
a good way to put it.
Right.
So, are there any words of wisdom that you can share with folks about actions to actually take during this change of the guard in the White House? I mean, obviously, you want to try to look ahead some, but what do we know? I mean, we don't really know anything going into this next presidency.
And that's the thing, and you said a really good thing, Justin, that we don't really know. The truth is we never really know what
Right.
to expect going forward. And we look back on when the election happened, the markets were down so much overnight, and then they came back. I'm a little bit, and again, I'm not going to predict what's going to happen, but if I had to guess, I would say we'd expect to see returns that are a little bit lower going forward than they have been in the past, just because of that history we looked at. And it's not on the chart that I showed, but when the Republicans control Congress and the White House, the gap is even a little bit wider. So again, not because of what I think foreign policy is going to be or tax policy or anything else, but just because it's always been this way for the last 100 years. I would
Right.
expect going forward that we're going to have slightly lower rates as far as returns go. And so the question of what do you do about that is, let's revisit. This is a great time to revisit your plan, not
Right.
to make reactions, but to say, okay, here's what we had planned for. Does that plan still hold water based on your individual goals, your individual savings rate? Are there things you can take advantage of with tax savings and those sorts of things? So to be mindful of, okay, what happens if things are lower, but not to take action on, I think things are going to be, but to sort of
Right.
do like stress testing, we call it, and
Right.
take a look at that and go, is there anything fundamentally that should change in my situation?
Right.
Are there places that people can go to get unbiased information about how these election results might affect their financial situation?
Well, this is not an unbiased answer, but if you go to our website, trinfin.com, I do think that we take a look at some things that
Yeah.
most people don't and look at it from an objective, not right or wrong, but it just sort of is what it is standpoint. So to go there, we've got a blog that we have some information on these and other topics, and people can feel free to contact us if they have questions.
John Shear from Trinity Financial. He's got an excellent website, trinfin.com, with an awesome blog, too. So check that out if you want more information. And thank you so much for coming out
Thank
today.
you.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
Don't go away. There's more Wisconsin Family coming up after the break.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are at Wisconsin Granite in McFarland, and we are so excited to be here. And we're going to talk now with Jenny Johnston, who is the project coordinator here. Jenny, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for coming.
Yeah, we always look forward to coming here because it's just such a gorgeous showroom, and you have such a great selection. I mean, you go in the back, and there's just, rows upon rows of different selections. And
There
what's
is.
so cool is people can walk in and literally pick out the exact piece that they want. It's not like a sample saying, give me something that looks close to that. It's they can pick out the actual
exact
thing.
piece.
They do.
So if I want to put granite countertops in my house, how do I begin the process of doing that?
If you come into the showroom, it's helpful to have some dimensions of your countertop so we can do a quick quote. Always keep in mind your budget and kind of color scheme is important too. That kind of helps us help you with the selection process. We do a quote, and then if you make a selection, we will, then we'll set up a measure and we'll come out and install, and it's usually about a 3-week turnaround. So it's usually pretty quick, and we try to make it as painless as possible. So
3-week turnaround before the project's done.
yeah.
Wow, that's much quicker than I would have thought.
Yeah.
That's, wow.
Yeah, and sometimes right now it's a little bit slower, just kind of the time of year, and actually we're at like a 2-week turnaround. So
Wow.
Oh man, now's the time.
Now's the
Maybe
time.
get somebody some
Yeah,
countertops
before
for
Christmas.
Christmas. You know, yeah. I mean, what a great gift.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the benefits of choosing a natural stone countertop as opposed to something else?
Sure, it definitely adds value to your home. That is one of the biggest things. It's also a nice durable product. It's hyperallergenic. As long as granite is sealed properly, it's really impervious. So it's just and it's beautiful to look at. So
It certainly is.
And I imagine it's much longer lasting than a lot of the other
It is. It's
more
very
less
durable.
expensive countertops that are out there for
yep,
sure.
you
so.
will. We get customers in here that are shopping around, and you always should. You want to get what you're paying for,
Right.
and you're spending a lot of money, so you want to make sure that it's a good investment. But people are really surprised when they look at if they do a laminate top versus a granite top. It's
Right.
really actually not that different in price.
And
Really?
it seems like you get that money back so much on a resale.
Exactly.
home.
Yep.
Yeah, I
definitely.
suppose
Yeah.
so. That makes sense. That makes sense. You mentioned as long as it's sealed properly. Can you talk to us a little bit about maintaining these stone countertops? Is it hard to
Sure.
do?
It's not hard at all. It's just a spray-on application. There's lots of different companies that have sealers out there. As long as you get a good stone sealer, you spray on the application, let it penetrate the stone for whatever the manufacturer recommends, and wipe it off, and that's it. And granite, we recommend about once a year. Marble, we recommend probably about every 6 months.
Okay. That's
Now,
not too
for
much at
daily
all.
cleaning,
No.
I mean, can you literally just,
Yep, just
a
soap
little
and
bit of
water.
soap and water?
Yep, soap and
Oh.
water is fine.
Wow. Easy
So-
to clean, not
Yeah,
too hard to
very-
maintain.
very-
Exactly.
It's a win-win. If I only have a small project to work on, like such as like a vanity, if I just have a small little area in my bathroom, do you have options for folks who want to do stuff like
We
that?
do. We have a lot of people get a little bit. I guess they get concerned that they have to buy an entire slab of granite if
Right.
they come in to do a smaller vanity. But we do have remnant options,
Okay.
and we do
Okay.
also just sell the material per square foot that you use. We don't, require you to buy an entire slab of material. So there's definitely some more economical options when you choose a remnant.
Yeah, you don't have to have a small piece cut out and then have the rest of it
And
stored
have
in
the
your
rest
garage or
for
something
you,
like
yeah.
that.
That kind of makes me wonder, do you see, like, can you have a different color in your bathroom and then a different color in your kitchen? Or do you find that
definitely.
people, like, do they like to coordinate throughout the home? Or what do you usually see?
It really depends on the person.
Yeah.
I've seen it where they want everything to match in every single room. I've seen it, customers are like, oh, I want something different in every room. And so it just really depends on your taste and, your home. So, yeah.
So it's good to know
Anything
you can mix
goes.
and match like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So what types of natural stone do you carry then? It seems like there's an infinite selection
There
here.
is. We have marble and granite, and then we also have soapstone.
Okay.
Soapstone. Wow.
Yeah.
So
What does
yeah,
that look
yeah.
like? What color is that? Does it come
Once
in
it
different colors?
patinas over time, we have the green type looking. So once it patinas, it almost looks black.
Wow.
But it's virtually
Cool.
impervious. It is a softer stone, so there is a little bit more maintenance with it, but it's you don't have to seal it because
Wow.
it is an impervious stone. So,
Wow.
and it's a popular look. It's just a lot of people are a little set back with the maintenance because you have to use a lot of mineral oil and get it to patina over time. But
Sure.
it's a really pretty stone once it's
It sounds gorgeous.
completed. Yeah,
What's that word you use? Patine?
patinaed.
Patinaed?
Yeah, once it. I don't know how
The
to.
color that it gets. Like I've
Yeah.
heard that with other things
Oh, okay.
too. Like
Yep.
Okay.
I think leathers
It's almost
and things
like
like
a.
that.
It's almost
Yeah.
like a finished product. You know,
Yeah.
like
Sure.
it. Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know how
I'm
to
glad you know that, Stacy.
So what about like you said marble
Mm-hmm.
as well? So what's the difference then between like marble and granite?
Marble is a little bit softer of a stone than granite, so you do have to be aware that it will etch and scratch. However, that kind of takes on the beauty of the stone over time. In Europe, they use marble, you know, for everywhere.
For everything, buildings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep. And we've actually had a rep come from Italy and kind of talk to us and inform us about, you know, how to sell marble properly, because a lot of Americans are like, well, I don't want to scratch, it'll ruin it. But that kind of takes on the characteristic of marble. So we're trying to learn how to educate our customers on the love of marble too, because it's really beautiful. Where you could find like the nice whites and grays that a lot of people are looking for. So we do have a big selection of marble.
So you actually want it to wear in a little bit.
It
when it's
will,
marble.
yep, yep.
You want it to
Yep.
kind of like leather looks better as it gets older.
Exactly.
And marble does too.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
I'm learning so much today. This is something that I'm so not cultured. So, I just want to ask while we have a little bit of time left, do people need an appointment to come in and look at the showroom, or can they just walk right in?
Yeah, they can walk right in. If they want to make an appointment just to make it more convenient for them, we definitely take those, but it's not necessary. They can just walk in and look anytime they want, during business hours, of course.
Excellent. Yeah, of course. And I'm going to ask this, and I think Ismail talked about this a little bit last month, but you guys are always expanding your selection here. And it started out with, you know, Brazil was primarily where you sourced the materials from, but
Correct.
now you've added a couple of places. Can you talk
We
about
have.
some of those, touch
Yeah.
base about some of those additions that you've made?
Sure, we got in a ton of marble from Italy. I believe that was around August. And then actually just a couple days ago, we got in a container from India. And that's about our third container from India. So yeah, we've expanded to a couple different countries, so it's fun.
That's cool.
New material.
cool.
Yeah.
I like that it's like kind of a little world tour. When
It
you come
is,
here.
yeah. Yep.
And
Yeah.
Ismail, your owner, I mean, he literally will make the trip out to India, Italy, Brazil, wherever to
personally
to
picks
personally
these out.
select these out.
He does.
so-
He tells us about these crazy stories when they take him on these roads, and you know, it's like a dirt road, and they're
Yeah.
like on these huge quarries and mountains, and he has quite the adventure. So
Yeah.
yeah, he actually goes to the quarries and selects them himself.
We got to get him to bring pictures and tell us some stories next time
Yeah.
he comes on.
Definitely.
We should.
Yeah. Well, granite countertops, stone countertops, looks like, I mean, it's a long-term investment. It raises the value on your home. You hopefully make that back once you sell your home. So great options here at Wisconsin Granite. Check out their website. You also have 12 months of interest-free financing.
We do.
So-
Oh,
Yes.
good to get that in there.
Yep,
yeah.
it is.
Yep.
It's definitely helpful.
This has been Jenny Johnston, who is the project coordinator here at Wisconsin
you.
Granite.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much for hosting us
Thanks
today.
for coming.
Appreciate it. That's all the time we have for Wisconsin Family. We'll see you next time.
Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day